Quick card first, because we respect your time and we respect math. Today we're on 3 plays. Houston Texans plus 3.5 at the New England Patriots. Kyren Williams over 60.5 rushing yards in Los Angeles Rams at Chicago Bears, and Toronto Raptors Los Angeles Lakers over 224.5. Let's start with Houston plus 3.5 at New England. The total is sitting around 40-ish, which is our first red flag for anyone laying points like they're handing out Halloween candy. In low-scoring games, every point is a family heirloom. If you're laying 3, you're basically paying premium pricing for a coupon that expires the second somebody kicks a field goal. Here's the part: the Patriots by 1 million because home field and vibes crowd keeps skipping. Houston's defense is not just good. It's please don't make our rookie quarterback process this good. Their pass defense efficiency has been elite, and that matters because New England's offense leans on chunk plays down the field. If the Texans can compress explosives, this turns into a slow, punting, field position knife fight. Exactly the type of game where plus 3.5 becomes a life jacket. Now, the obvious counter is Nico Collins. If he's out, that's a real loss. But it doesn't delete the whole Houston offense. It changes the shape. Christian Kirk can soak up volume, and the Texans can shift to a more run-centered plan. And here's where the numbers get annoyingly inconvenient for the New England backers. The Patriots have been attackable on the ground by efficiency, not just raw yards. If Houston can stay on schedule with the run game, they don't need a fireworks show. They need long drives, punts forced, and 1 or 2 red zone finishes. Also, turnovers. Everybody wants to point at CJ Stroud's ugly turnover game last week and pretend it's a personality trait. That's like thinking a coin owes you tails because it landed heads twice. Houston doesn't need perfect. They need don't gift wrap short fields. If they do that, plus 3.5 is sitting there like 2 + 2 = 4. Even if someone on TV swears it's 5. And speaking of TV, ESPN's Pamela Maldonado is laying the 3 with New England because she trusts the Patriots to survive an ugly game. CBS Sports is in the same neighborhood, also leaning Patriots -3. Respectfully, surviving ugly is not the same as covering a spread in a low-total game. One is an outcome, the other is a margin. Those are cousins, not twins. We'll take the points. All right. Rams at Bears, and we're not doing the team spread. We're doing Kyren Williams over 60.5 rushing yards. First, look at the environment. Chicago in January is not where offenses go to express themselves. It's where play callers rediscover the ancient art of hand the ball to the running back and stop being weird. Cold, wind, and snow don't automatically mean under everything. They mean volume consolidates into the most reliable action on the field, rushing attempts and short, high-percentage decisions. Now the player profile. Kyren isn't some boom or bust sprinter who needs 180-yard touchdown to get there. He's a chain mover, a metronome. In the regular season, he logged heavy work, cleared 1,200 rushing yards, and sat near 5 yards per carry. More importantly, his success rate and yards after contact profile tell us he doesn't need pristine blocking to stack 4s and 5s. That's how you beat a number in the low 60s, death by 1,000 efficient cuts. And yes, we know the pushback. The undercrowd is already yelling, Blake Corum split, 50-50. WSN is literally selling Kyren under 60.5 with that exact argument. And this is where we separate analysis from astrology. Even if Corum takes a meaningful bite, the line is still modest. If Kyren lands in the 15 carry range, and in this weather, that's not a wild assumption, then basic arithmetic puts him right on top of this number. 15 carries times 4.8 yards per carry is 72. That's not a hot take. That's multiplication. Also, Chicago's rush defense numbers from the season are not the kind you frame and hang on the wall. They gave up a ton of rushing production at an ugly per carry clip. If you're betting an under here, you're basically betting that a cold weather script will reduce rushing yards for a workhorse back in a matchup where the opponent has been leaky against the run. That's like bringing an umbrella into a swimming pool because you heard there might be water. We're playing Kyren over 60.5. If the Rams get even a mildly positive game script, this can cash before the fourth quarter gets weird. Now to the NBA, Raptors at Lakers over 224.5. This is the one that makes the pace and trends crowd feel smart. You'll hear, Lakers have been slow lately, and Toronto has been playing unders, and this matchup screams half court. Covers is basically waving a giant, lethargic pace flag and trying to talk you into a nap. And sure, pace matters, but pace isn't destiny. Efficiency, shot quality, and free throws can bulldoze a slow game into an over faster than people want to admit. Here's the setup. The Lakers' games at home have been an over factory. Not slightly leaning over. More like 15 overs in 19 home games territory. That's not magic. It's a profile. They score more at home, and they defend worse at home. When you're consistently giving up points while playing efficient offense, totals get fragile. Now layer in the injury reality. Toronto being down key pieces can actually speed the game up if it forces smaller lineups, less rim protection, and more scramble defense. On the Lakers' side, the availability question marks matter, but they don't automatically point to under. Rotations get thin, communication gets sloppy, transition defense suffers, and fouls go up because tired legs reach. Free throws are the easiest points in sports, and when you have a number in the mid-220s, easiest points is exactly what we want. So while the trend merchants chant under like it's a spell, we're going to do the boring, profitable thing. Bet the number, not the narrative. Over 224.5. That's the card. Texans plus 3.5. Kyren Williams over 60.5 rushing. Raptors Lakers over 224.5. And one last thing before anyone gets emotionally attached. Today's goal is not to feel clever. It's to make good bets. If yesterday taught us anything, it's that a late dunk at 4.8 seconds can ruin a perfectly solid position. That doesn't mean the process was wrong. It means sports are chaotic. Our job is to keep the math steady while everyone else chases vibes like a broken GPS.